I just finished Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, and I just want to talk about it for a little bit. Because that's what I do when I read books, is I think about them, and then I want to talk about them. So, I want to talk about this book.
Maddbooks.
Even though I was a broke college student working a full-time, part-time job, I bought this awesome hardcover collector's edition book because it came at such high recommendations, and it's worth it. First off, it's adorable. I mean, look at the cover. The cover is gorgeous. And on the inside, which is gorgeous, is fan art, which is gorgeous. I love fan art. Look at this fan art. Just, like, I normally don't like contemporary romances that don't have anything else but romance in it, but this was really good. And the interesting thing about this book is that, you know, I would just carry it with me to like the doctor's office, to, I don't know, Walmart, and no matter where I went, random people were compelled to go out of their way and tell me that this was a good book. Like, it's so fascinating. Like, I always bring books with me along to everywhere. This is the first time where there's been a consistent number of people who've been like, oh yeah, this book is great, I'm glad you're reading it. The receptionist in particular at the doctor's office was super stoked that I was reading this, so shout out to you, lady. But the thing is, I can't tell what's so compelling about this book. It's a cute romance, it's very inclusive, it's set in the 80s, that's fun, but I can't tell. It's just the dynamic of Eleanor and her relationship with her stepdad and the rest of her family compared to Park and his relationship with his dad and his family. It is a cute book and I highly recommend it, but I still can't put my finger on why it's so good. It's got that special charm to it. Got that rainbow charm to it that it's adorable. It doesn't need a super engaging, you know, flip the pages plot line. It's just a cute little relationship between two adorable teenagers in love with music in the 80s. Like, the biggest questions in this book were, how are they going to get together? And then after that, how are they going to end? It's just a lot of hows. You don't really care about the whys or the whats. It's all about the how. There's also a lot of unresolved questions in it and a lot of unresolved relationships, but I think that kind of reflects how life kind of goes. You just kind of have just one thing going on in your life, and if other things are just dropped off, it happens. Sometimes you don't get to find out what happened to Eleanor's friends at the end. Sometimes you don't find the answers to the questions you want to ask. It's a very compelling book. Very, very compelling book. Why is it compelling? I don't know. I guess the right question to ask is, how is it compelling? We have the very rare dichotomy of the abused family seen by Eleanor. We have the very rare relationship of interracial couple and their children and the results of that racism in the middle of Nebraska. We have a very unique romance between two people who should not be in love, quote unquote, and a very like unstrict parallel to Romeo and Juliet through that. Just super cute and unique and wonderful and compelling. So, very compelling book. I highly recommend the read if you're into contemporary romance. Even if you're not into contemporary romance, it's still a cute read, alright? I enjoyed it. It was fun. Very compelling. If you bring it out in public, everyone's gonna recommend it and give you a thumbs up for reading it. So, please read this book. John Green endorses it, if that means anything to you. I guess the correct question, that's not good English.